Today I'm getting my planting ideas ready. Come on in, welcome to my home. Today I'm getting my whole gardening ideas ready simply because, well, it's almost spring, and when spring gets here, I want to be ready. And this year I thought I should plan ahead. There have been lots of times where I've done all these great ideas of this is what I'm going to grow this year, and it never works out right. Do you know why it never works out right? Because I do some really dumb things when it comes to planting and that sort of stuff. Last year my garden was okay, it did all right, but it could have done better, and it would have had I simply just looked at what I really use versus what I want it to do. One of the things which I have found is I'm really bad at growing tomatoes, so you know what I'm going to do this year? I'm not going to grow tomatoes. Realistically, I do not use that many tomatoes. Not at all. Don't really like tomatoes all that well. But I do use a lot of lettuce, and I didn't try growing that last year, and I'm going to have to put that out really, really early. And I also use a lot of herbs. Basil, sweet basil. I love sweet basil. Did I mention I love sweet basil? Really do. I really love sweet basil. So sweet basil is definitely on my list. As is garlic, but garlic is going to actually, I think it's going to take 2 years, and also ginger. Ginger's going to take a while. But there are other plants which I use all the time, and for whatever reason I just don't ever think about them until it's too late. I love to have lavender, so I'm going to have lots of lavender growing this year. My stevia keeps coming back year after year after year, which I think is really cool, but I never use it. I'll still grow it if it comes back, but I will not probably do much with it. I did this really cool thing where they talk about this patio corn. My patio corn didn't do well. No, I tried it 2 years in a row. Didn't do well at all. But I'll have, your regular herbs and things like basil and parsley. And I also have herbs that are growing in my house right now as we speak, simply because, well, I like things growing in my house right now as we speak. But they're not looking, I'm looking at them right now, they're not looking as great as they should, simply because, well, I don't get all the sunlight that I would like to get for them. But that's something to think about. Now, once I've decided what it is that I'm going to grow, I'm going to look at the containers that I have. Do I need to get new containers? Are they in good shape? Are they rehabitable? If they are, that is great. I will use those containers, I will grow with those containers, and I will go with those containers. I know for a fact that my containers are in good shape because, well, I was just out there in the garage and measuring them just for this video. But I can now tell you the exact size of all of my containers so that way, yes, you guessed it, yes, that way I can go through and figure out what I should put in what pot, simply because, guess what? I have a spreadsheet of all the pots that I have, and that way I can just match things up. I know that I can put certain herbs in what pot and that sort of thing. I know the sizes of each pot. So that way I can plan out my entire garden simply because, I don't have the space for an outside garden. I just have my pots that I can plant in. And I hope this year I do a much better job growing my vegetables and those sort of things. Now, what kind of vegetables am I going to grow? I'm going to grow onions, I'm going to grow peppers, simply because I do eat a lot of those. I love onions and peppers. And then, of course, like I said, the lettuce is definitely going to be a thing this year. The rest is going to be herbs. Not a big flower person, never have, except for my wonderful lavender. I love that. And I might throw in a rose this year. But that's it. That's all I'm doing this year, simply because I know what I can do, I know what I have space for, and now I actually have a plan on what goes into what pot. And it's going to make life so much easier. What about you? What are you going to do? And this way we're going to come back to all of these things, because this is just the first video where I show you what I'm going to do and tell you what I'm going to do, and we can see how well I do it. It's just, getting towards spring. As we get into spring, you'll get to see more and more of this. So let me know down in the comments what you think, and I hope I get to see you again next time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You can share it. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos on this channel. I love making these videos for you, and I hope I get to see you again next time.